had the opportunity to work with FORESITE as a registered nurse on an inpatient medical unit where FORESITE was being piloted in patients who were at risk for pressure ulcers. I found the FORESITE system to really be quite intuitive at the bedside. The timer, the pressure mapping was all something that was easy to understand right from the start. It was easy for me to know when it was time to turn my patient. What I really appreciated about having FORESITE on my unit was that if I was busy and my patient was calling or some other staff member walked into the room, they could look at the monitor and know when my patient had last been turned, and it enabled the team to work together better. We didn't need to touch base and find out if it was time to turn a patient because the evidence was right there on the screen. Families in particular appreciated knowing that there was a queuing system in place for the staff to know when it was time to turn their family member. It was also a talking point with patients and families about repositioning and why we do it. It was a conversation starter, which made it easier to have conversations that I need to have with my patient anyway. It's maybe something about human nature, but turning my patient and seeing those red places go away made me feel better. Seeing those red spots made me want to turn my patient. I appreciated being able to click that timer, knowing I'd done my best for my patient and that I had X amount of time before it was going to be necessary for me to turn that patient again. I come from a unit where a lot of research is done on a daily basis, but it's not very often that a research project starts and from day one it seems to be making my job easier rather than harder, and it did. Patients and families appreciated it, staff appreciated it. It just helped us all to know where we were with a particular aspect of care that is very routine, but that we're all aware that sometimes we don't do as well as we wish we could. I would recommend FORESITE for institutions like the one that I work in, simply because as a tool it reinforces the knowledge that we already have around the importance of turning patients and makes it easier to make sure that we're doing that consistently.